Hi everyone, this is Tracy from We Craft at Home, and as you can see, today I want to show you how to do a steampunk card. I'm going to direct it towards a man, but obviously you can do whatever you like with it. I just want to show you how to do a few of the cogs, so then you can go on and master your own. Then we'll do a hat and another decoration. So let's get going, because there's a lot to show you. So I want that one and that one for now. So like I said, I'm going to show you a few cogs, ones that are more basic and then maybe ones that are a bit more difficult. So the basic one I think is probably these. So if I show you this one first, so if we was copying this one, you can see we've got the zigzag on the outside. We need an inner circle, so I'm going to duplicate because we need quite a few circles and we want it to be smaller. So we know this one, if we look at the size, let's just make it 4. I don't know why they don't just make them 4. We want this one a bit smaller inside. Actually I think it's fine the way it is. So we'll align it centrally, make sure it looks okay, and then we will subtract it, so now there's nothing in the middle, it's like a hole. Now to get these little things, I'm just going to draw a line with the path tool, and I know that I need it from one end to the other, so click and double click like that, and then we go to offset, and I want it at 8, and I want to delete what's there originally. Round outward, okay, and that gives us one of the stick. You can make it a bit thicker if you like. If we go back and click on it again and take it up to 12, there you go. So really we should have done a straight one to start with, because that's what we want to do. So the way this works is however many you're putting in, let's just get it straight, there we go. So however many you're putting in, you always think about this side of it, so 180 degrees. And here they've put 2 more in, so that means there's 3 sections, 1, 2, 3 to get to 180. So you divide it by 3, which is 60. So you know that if you do this and duplicate that one, you do the angle whatever this one's at, because I've moved it. So this one's at 34, I have to add 60, which will make 94, and then it will be in the right place. And then layer duplicate and add another 60. What an awkward number to add 60 to. So that would be 154, and then you grab all 3 of them and centralize them, and then grab the circle. Actually we could have done it all together, and you'll see they're all in the right place now. So we want to weld all that, and you can see we're nearly there already. There is a circle in the middle. If you want to do that, we need a hole in the middle. Right, we centralize that. I'm just going to check the size of the little circle. Okay, let's just keep it so it's easier numbers to deal with. And then we'll centralize both of them. and weld again. So see, we're almost there. Okay, so instead of doing the ring, we want to do this one a little bit smaller. So the other one was 110. We will do this at 1 and see how that is. No, we want it a lot smaller than that. So let's try 75. I should just change the numbers, but oh, that's a bit better. So we will centralize and then subtract. Oh. See what's on top. Yeah, okay. The little circle has to be on top. So you want to send the big bit to the back so that you can click on the little circle. If that's in the front, then subtract. It's now a hole. So that is the first one there. And for any of the ones where you're doing I can't think what they're called now, but doing these in the middle, you always go to the 180, however many you're doing. So if you're doing 5 into 180 is 30, so you do it at 30 degree points. Like this one, there's only 2, so that's 90 degrees. And that's how it works. So that's how to do any of them. Now, if you want to do the ones with the little cog bits, the shape I worked out that was best, believe it or not, was a pentagon. If we turn it so it's like that way round, and then add a rectangle, we don't want to centralize both ways, we just want it centralized down the middle. And then this one I'm just going to pull out a little bit. So we weld that together, and that is the shape that goes around the circle. So then what you do is you get a circle. Let's do a 5-inch circle just to show you. You get these, obviously they've got to be a hell of a lot smaller, and then if you layer, duplicate and flip, and then put it down there, grab them both and the circle and make sure they're centralized down the center. And then if you hold shift and let go of the circle and then duplicate that, you're going to turn that 90 degrees, and then you want to get hold of the circle again and centralize through the middle like that. Hold shift, let go of the circle. Now that has to be moved along that way. So you want them both all just in the circle. Okay, now if we add all of these, you can group them if it's easier. Let's group them and then duplicate. And now these you want to turn, how many are we going to need? Let's think. Okay, let's do 45 degrees and see how that goes. Don't know what's happening there. and then we grab them both and duplicate again, and this time we are going 22.5, which is half of 45. Okay, so there you can see that's one that's very close together. It looks fairly big, but let's have a look. If we weld all that, and then you can, I'm going to duplicate, you can put another circle in the middle if you like. Make sure it's in the center and subtract. And then if you want to put something, you know, something else in there, or you know, you want to do this, it's up to you. This is where you can start playing and doing whatever they're doing. See, that one's just got a hole and that's it. Some have just got a little hole and that's it, like this one. But you know, the basic shapes of doing them, that is how you do it. If you want them smaller, obviously you have to make them smaller, but you still, the general way is to make that shape and then do it whatever size you want it to be. That's the general rule of making cogs. To make the spinner, it's very simple, believe it or not. You just want a line, so I've used the path tool, so you click, shift, straight down, double click, and then you want to offset. We don't want it to, let's try 12. Okay, that looks about right to me actually. And then we've used a circle in the center. I'm going to duplicate in case I need another one, and then we've used a couple of shapes. I'm going to take that one, and then the other one is down here, there. So this one is going backwards, so we're not clockwise rotating, so we need it to go to 270. It down in size, and if we pull it down a little bit, that might help. Circle needs to come down a bit as well. Okay, first of all we do these two, because the circle I want centralized both ways, and then this one I just want straight down. Right, so that's the 3 parts, and now we need this part. Now as you can see there, that one comes up a little bit. You can do that using the nodes. I'm just going to make sure that's centralized as well. Or you could just leave it like that. So if we left it like that and weld there, and then you can do another little circle in the middle if you wanted. If you're using it as a clock, then you're going to need to do a little circle in the middle to attach it. Oh. Okay, so again, centralize it. Something's happened there. And we will subtract, and there's your hole in the middle. So that's how you do that. Oh, I might have done the hole a bit big, but still, that, you know, that is how you do one of them. Next, the hat. If there's any more cogs you want to see, just let me know, and I'll send you I'll do another file of different ones. But there's so much to fit in. I'm trying to fit it all in. And the hat I want the square. I want this square, and then we're going to use the freehand tool. And don't worry if you're not very good at this, because neither am I. And we want to do a curve up and then a curve back, like that. Back to the arrow, offset, and we want it, yeah, I think I'll stick at 12 for that as well. Yeah, that's perfect. Now we're going to size it down a little bit. I think that looks about right. Let's have a look welded. Okay, and then we're just going to do another line from here. Oh, would help if I chose the line from here no, that don't look right. I'm going to delete that. I think I'll do it freehand because we need to go from here up to there, and we'll do it again, offset. Okay, okay, we'll weld that. Now you can see the startings of the hat, but we don't want this to cut out, we just want that line to be in there. So I'm going to go into nodes. We don't need the control tools. We're getting closer. And because I don't want that line at all, I'm going to open up the line. And then I am going to delete from there. Oh. Now I'm going to hold shift and just put in a few more of them. We don't need them all, but minus. That's it. Now we've got an open line. We don't need that or that or them two. I'm just sorting out a few of the nodes. I do apologise. I can't stand it when there's too many in there. Because each node is where the knife is going to go. And if you've got too many, it gives the knife too much hard work to do. That doesn't need to be done. On a curve, you need a lot of nodes. Okay, that's a little bit better. No, it's not that one. I don't need that one. There we go. So click off, display, zoom to matte size, and there. That's better. And now you can put a couple of the cogs in that you've made. So if you want to, you just put them in and just add a couple, maybe down here actually, that would be nice. I'm going to send that to the back so that I can work on the cogs. Maybe 3. Let's see, let's put that one as well. So 3 on there. And that will give it a steampunky feel. I know it's a very basic hat, but when it's cut out it should look okay. Actually, we need to, I don't think it'll let me open up another line, but I will try. It only let you open up one line in a shape. But seeing as that is altogether a separate shape, let's see. Yeah. Actually, let's put that back together. We'll close that. And that's the one I want to open. I think that will look better. What we'll do is bring that. You can move them as well, so, you know. Yeah, I think I prefer that. So display, zoom to matte size. I will be doing a video shortly on nodes so that you can look at how to best use them, get the most out of them. So anyway, there's your hat. And then the last thing I wanted to do, I wanted to do a heart shape with some cogs in, so that, you know, if it's for a man that, say the man you love, then a heart is obviously a good idea. Whenever you're adding things to a shape, you do need to first make it leave as it is. You do need to first make it a frame. So that's just what I'm doing here. Grab both, subtract, there we go. And then if we just a bit bigger than that actually. Just a few cogs around. They don't have to be the same. I just really don't want them on the whole heart. I only want them on half of it. So let's put that one in there, and then we'll just do this little one down the bottom. And we'll weld all that. Okay, so that means that each one of these, let me just explain quickly, has not had its extras removed, like that. So what I have to do, first of all, is remove all the overlaps from all of these. And there we go, just a half welded heart. And then so that's all I wanted to show you how to do on the canvas. And next we'll go over to the craft table after cutting it all out, and I'll show you what I had in mind for putting together. Oh, the cogs I wanted to make a mat with. I forgot to tell you that bit, I do apologise. So I wanted to get all the cogs. There's two ways you can do this. You can do them all joining together, just like I did with the heart, all different sizes, and just join them all together. And you can either put them in a square frame, like I've done the heart, but you do a square, but that would make them very square. Or you can just join a load of cogs together and make it its own mat, which I'm going to do. I don't want it formally square, I just want it roughly on the paper because that's how I like it. So I will see you over at the craft table. I hope I've made it clear for you. If not, get in touch and I will try my best to make it clearer. Okay, I hope you have fun with this. I'll see you over at the craft table. Okay, so I'm at the craft table. I've cut all my bits out. What I also done, I went back and I done myself mats for the heart and the cogs. I'll explain why I've done it all in black. And the little cogs for the hat, I done a mat as well. But first of all, I want to do the background for the card. I thought it'd be fun to use little papers and just rip them. Just going with the flow here and adding them where I think they will go best. I've cut out a piece of copier paper that's 7 by 7, so that I could 7.5, sorry, so that I get the right measurement for what goes on the card. Okay, let's just do that. Let's do it that way. Then I can cut off the pieces that go over and it's okay. Do that. And then I'll just take that extra bit there and do it like that. There we go. Okay, so we'll stick it all down. I'm going to stick it on the paper just so that I know it's all together. Okay, and then anywhere I've missed, I can just rub some ink over, like it's part of it. I think it's going to work anyway, because the cogs will be over it as well, don't forget. So don't worry too much about getting it perfect. I know this has turned out to be an extremely long one, and I'm trying to make it as short as I can, but right, I'm just going to put that aside and leave that to dry. Looks a mess at the minute, but it'll come together. Now, these, first time I'm ever going to try them. They're from Pinflair. I trust Pinflair with everything. I've never had trouble with any of my Pinflair products, so I'm hoping this is going to work really well. So they're called Rust It, and obviously it gives a rust effect, even the feel of it, and then the patinas just give that extra little bit of colour to it. So we're going to give it a go. I think I'll use the dark first. Like I said, I've never done it before, but you know how I feel about Pinflair, so let's give it a go. So apparently you just smooch it on. Wow. Hope it comes off a glass mat. That's got the red tin. Okay, that was easy enough. Where's my heart? Okay. Looking good so far, I'd say. Now you're supposed to wait for that to dry, but I'll just give it a quick blast. That should do the trick. It does have a rough finish. Wow, I'm really impressed. Okay, so the next thing you're meant to do is just go around and just dab little blobs. They do two colours, so there's the really bright sort of orange rust and then this dark one. I've used the dark one, but I'm just gonna, so you just dab it. Maybe I need a bit more on to give it a rough finish like rust would have. So that is the result I've got. So now the next thing, I think I better just wipe that. The next thing would be to add the patinas. Now they say either with your finger just rub over the bumps. So we'll try that. I wonder if I use that. Looks like it needs a bit of a mix, maybe. Okay, so if I put it just slightly on, so if I tap it on and then brush it off on the lid and just get it slightly, all you're doing is going, I still think I've got too much on. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. It's just like I'm holding it very lightly and just brushing it across the lumps so it catches. I'm not too worried if I'm putting too much on, because what I will do is add a bit of more brown or maybe even the orange afterwards. Just give it a good mix. Okay, maybe I could have done the lumps a bit higher, I don't know, but we'll see. Just add a bit more brown around there. Tone it down a little bit. Do you know, I actually like playing with this, it's amazing. I mean, look. And I'm sure there's those of you out there that can do way better than I done. Okay. There we go. If you want it more subtle, then maybe go across with some more brown. But I've got to be honest, I'm quite liking it. I'll put a bit more blue on this one. I think I took away too much of the blue. Don't want too much on there, obviously. But you do get that little blue bits, don't you, on rust? There we go. Okay, you just keep playing as much as you want, I guess. I'm quite happy with that. Yeah, I have to say I am a fan. If you do a lot of steampunk stuff, this is definitely one that's going to work. Definitely. Okay, so then let's just bring it all in. I'm just going to add, so I've got my heart, and the reason I've done a black backing was so, because I knew that the background was going to be sort of similar colour to the heart. So if I do a black backing, it's going to stand out a lot more. That was the idea. So I didn't need that one. So I've got, there we go. That will go on there like that. I was thinking if I done that and then the heart up in the space, a little bit up in the space, and I want the hat on one side of the heart. That is my idea. Let's see if I can do it. Right, so I'm just going to finish off the rest of the stuff and I'll be back ready to go. Okay, as you can see, I've got the final bit. So I've got the heart, which I stuck to a black piece, and I've put the hat, I cut that little bit and put it so that it's over it, and when I stick it on I will make it a bit clearer that it's up higher. There's the cogs, and I cut some more cogs out and done them 3D. I don't know if you can see. I'm trying to think how to show you, sorry. There you go, so I've done a couple 3D, and I browned off the white bits and then went round the edges as well. So all it is now is sticking it together. The spinners I would have normally put on with brads, but I done the holes too big and I haven't got any brads big enough to support it, so I'll have to either stick them on or leave them off. Okay, so I think I'll stick this one on flat so that I can stick the heart and hat 3D. I don't want to do too much 3D. So I've got one there. I'll do one down here, and then I am going to do two on the top of the hat, so because then it will be that little bit higher. I'll do this half one just inside. And I want it up here, so the hat is at the top. So it's like that. There we go. And then you can clearly see that it looks like the back of the hat, and this bit is higher up, which is obviously what you want. Okay, so that's the heart on. The spinners, I was going to do one on the heart like that, and just one somewhere, maybe like that. But yeah, I haven't got the brads big enough. I've done the hole too big. So I don't know what I'm going to do about that. Oh, I did use the orange, the brighter colour russet on the spinners, just so that I could show you the difference. So let's just pick this lot up. If I put the spinners on, I'm hoping you can see the lighter difference between the two. So that was a long one, I apologise for that, but I wanted so much to show you everything. There's the card. I've done an Aussie card, haven't I? I didn't check the card was facing the right way. Oh well. Typical me. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you again next week. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.